So the Wack 100 and loose cannon situation just got worse, man. Apparently, one of those guys who got jumped by them is unresponsive in the hospital, man. The things just got serious. So let's talk about this. So get ready. What do my raza? Your boys coming through once again with a new video. And on today's video, we're gonna talk about Wack 100 loose cannon situation, man. So for those who don't know, man, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know about this, but Wack 100 and loose cannon got themselves in a bad situation outside the no jumper building, right? Apparently they were getting out of the building after recording whatever podcast they were doing, and they were approached by two individuals, one by the name of Jay Reed and another one who claimed to be a pastor, right? And people have confirmed that he was a pastor. So we see a video in where the pastor's on the side, right, using the phone, and this other guy is talking to loose cannon and Wack 100, right? We don't know what happened during that conversation, argument, debate, however you want to call it. But then we see a video where loose cannon throws punches, right? The funny part is that camera is just rolling, right? It's like they knew what was going to happen. And he went off on him, right? He sucker punched him. He went off on him. And eventually we see Wack 100 just stepping away and letting loose cannon do his thing. On the side of the screen, we see the pastor on the phone, right? Just speaking on the phone. And somebody out of nowhere just sucker punched him too. Dropping him to the floor, man. He dropped. And they continue to hit him on the face, hit him on the head. And at that point, man, you're dazed. You don't know what's going on. So as they continue more, of course, that is going to give you a concussion. Straight up. So imagine somebody who doesn't know what's going on and keep punching them on the head, man. There's going to be consequences for that, you know? This reminds me one time that the homie, somebody had sex played the homie in prison. And the homie was like, nah, we ain't having this. So as the individual who trying to be smart and sex played him came out the building, the homie got off on him. He dropped him to the floor and the homie started kicking him on the face. He'll kick him, put him to sleep. He'll kick him again, wake him up, kick him again, sleep him, and that's how it went. Lucky he didn't get shot with the Mini 14. But that is very bad for your brain, man. So after they done with this, everybody left, right? This video was all over the internet. And now, the news is going on right now is that, oh boy, the pastor, the guy who wasn't even in the argument, who was just basically right there with the other guy, not doing nothing, right? Is in the hospital, unresponsive. You know, so nobody knows what's going to happen. And as for right now, it looks bad on those two guys, man. Because let's just say Wack 100 didn't do nothing. Because he didn't do nothing, man. Maybe he's free of any charges, right? Because nothing in that video incriminates him. Now, as for loose cannon, the boogeyman, self-proclaimed boogeyman, right? There could be charges in a way because he attacked Sucker Punch, Jay Riggs, and eventually his friends, whatever you want to call them, right? Went over there and jumped him. And after that, once they were hitting the pastor, I cannot say that he went and punched him or not, but if he was to punch him, maybe he can be charged with something. At least right now, that the guy's in the hospital unresponsible, I don't think they can charge him with attempted murder. I don't think so. Because at the end of the day, it's more because they didn't mean to do it or they didn't have that intent, right? They didn't use a weapon. But if the guy was to pass away, I don't think they can charge him with murder, but they're probably gonna hit him with manslaughter, right? Because at the end of the day, you don't mean to unalive somebody, but when it happens, it could be an accident, but at the same time, it's like, man, you're pushing your luck, and this guy pushed their luck. Now, somebody is gonna get in trouble. Hopefully, we send our prayers to the pastor. Hopefully, he makes it. He makes a healthy recovery. But what I see right here is a big lawsuit. Big lawsuit. I don't know if anybody's gonna try to sue No Jumper, but they're gonna try to sue these guys, for especially Loose Cannon. And again, this should be an example of making bad decisions. Look at what happened with these guys. And all for what? They just want attention. They want the so-called cloud. Because they're insecure. People are insecure that they want to show the people that they're with the business. They want to show people that they can take it to that next level, right? And all for what? For the validation of the next man. Because you're not secure of who you are as a person. Because you don't got your things on point, right? Because you're still acting like a kid, like a teenager, like a high school kid. So these grown folks, right, who are like 40, 50 years old, whatever, still acting like kids. Now, we have seen Wack 100 on the No Jumper podcast, and where Adam 22 basically was like, what's up, man? Like, what's going on, right? What happened? And Wack 100 throws his story in where he's talking about that the guy Jay Reeds disrespected Loose Cannon and basically made a gang remark or something. And that's why Loose Cannon proceeded and attacked him, right? Never, I mean, I'm not saying that this basically trying to justify it, but this is not, you can't justify this action, man. Nothing, things are not that serious to take to that level, you know? Let's be honest. But this is what happens, man, where people trying to push a line, trying to act like they're with the business, and at the end of the day, they get beat up by somebody who's trying to show as well that he's with the business, right? And I think Loose Cannon lost his job with Adam 22 if he had a job. I'm not familiar with that. Wack 100, on the other hand, it seems like he wants to keep his job with Old Boy because he didn't do nothing, right? But they bring that environment, you know, they bring that environment to the No Jumper podcast, and these are the results. So now we just waiting, hoping that everything comes out good with the pastor, who, trust me, his family's gonna do a lawsuit to everybody, you know, at least to Loose Cannon. But it's insane. It's insane. And I thought I should just bring this up to you guys and basically be mindful of your actions, you know, because you never know what's going to happen. Look, nobody knew that this was going to happen to that person, but it happened. Now, he's unresponsible. He's unresponsive in the hospital, not knowing what's going to happen next, you know, because at any time he can basically be he can basically become unalive, man. Never know. But with this being said, we send our prayers to the pastor family, to the pastor, and we wish everybody the same, man. Just be careful, be mindful over your actions, because everything's gonna have a reaction and a consequence. Ahora sí, we're out. Gracias.